I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review, and this is another Patreon request, this time from Mr. Majestic. And it's a review, actually he gave me a choice of one of the Dario Argento films, and so I picked this one because I believe this was the first of the three he mentioned, which is The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. Now for those interested in requesting any type of reviews, topics, re-reviews, lists, reactions, pretty much any type of review of a movie, something else, pretty much any type of video, you send the request either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, the setup of the film is you have an American writer. He's got writer's block. He sees his woman being attacked. He's trying to get in. Just trapped between these two glass doors while this black glove killer seems like he's trying to kill this lady in his art gallery. Ultimately, the cops get there. The girl survives. And yeah, this killer, black glove killer, and while killing people, the writer gets obsessed and wants to do his own investigation and find out what's going on, who the killer is, so on and so forth. I thought this was okay. I thought that the acting was there. I really liked the Ennio Morricone music. I thought it was very well done. Definitely one of the best parts of the movie is but it's Ennio Morricone. Usually he does a wonderful job, whether it be the Man with No Name trilogy, John Carpenter's The Thing, just a great composer. And he did a great, wonderful job here. Like I said, I liked the film. It went at a decent enough pace. You know, I didn't find it boring or anything. I was a bit surprised that it didn't have as much of a color scheme as you would see more in Dario Argento's other movies. The direction was fine, but it seemed like as he got going, there was a bit more to the direction, a bit more, maybe a more imprint of his style. Like I said, while I didn't mind the film, there's still some decent parts of direction where the guy, he's looking over here, and when he bows, looking at something, as he does it, we reveal that there's a dead body behind him. Stuff like that was nicely directed. There's POV shots. I guess the best way to put it is, it seems as if, maybe I'm the only one that thinks this, it's almost like he remade this for Deep Red, which I thought was a much better film than this. And that's kind of what I still feel, that Deep Red is a better version of this movie. Because Deep Red felt like it had more gore, more of that punch and style of Argento's heyday of films. And I just because they're both Americans. One's a writer, the other deals with music. There's a killer. He's put his own investigation against this killer. We're also dealing with the cops. And the reveal of the killer remind me a little bit of this movie. Like there's something that the lead guy doesn't remember. It's something that he did notice, but he can't figure it out until the very end. That helps in the reveal of the killer. So yeah, Deep Red felt like it had much more of the punch and the gusto. Like I said, the gore, a bit more of the direction, and even a little bit more of the color scheme compared to this movie. Like this felt like a nice little step up, or that's not even what I want to say. It's a nice sort of teaser to what would become Deep Red, which is my favorite Argento movie. I did definitely say that is my favorite of his. I would say he was that, and Phenomena. I would say those are my two favorites of his. But this, like I said, the lead guy who played the American writer, he was okay. I like the actor in Deep Red more. But you know, here he was okay. The others are there, take or leave it. I love the creepy lullaby type of music Ennio Morricone has. This investigation where he goes to this guy who might have been this one person's pimp. And he stutters a lot, so that's why he'll say so long, because it helps him with his stutters. At one point, it becomes almost a crime movie, because there's a lawn scene where he gets chased by a guy in like a yellow jacket who's got a gun and shooting at him, and I'm like, is this a different movie now? Like, I mean, it was interesting. I didn't expect this lawn cat and mouse with a gun. It's like almost like a hitman trying to kill him. I'm like, okay, this. Usually, you assume this is a slasher movie, so when you're watching something you assume is a slasher movie, you're not expecting a scene with gunplay and not too bad of a foot chase. There's a point where he's amongst this bus yard, and yeah, not a bad foot chase because it went at a decent enough pace. The bus chase seemed like a nice for the background to hide and amidst among all the buses, go over here, go over there. And there's still some nice directing shots. I mentioned the review of the dead body. There's another one where the writer's girlfriend, someone is attacking at her door, and so she gets a knife. And there's a zoom where, how do I put it? Like the girlfriend's going towards the door with a knife, and we see like her POV with this knife in front. That stuff looked pretty cool. I thought the reveal was actually interesting, to be fair. Spoiler alert, spoilers. Because when you find the reveal, and this is also a spoiler for Deep Red, what I was talking about before, like in Deep Red, the lead guy, he knew something, he was forgetting someone, and he realized he saw in the mirror, you know, the killer. Here, he realized there was something off about this crime he witnessed, which, by the way, I like the idea of being trapped between these two glass doors. Just something about that seemed a bit interesting, unique. Not something you see every day. And what he was witness, he's like, something's off about this. It was because she was trying to kill her husband, not the other way around. So she wasn't the victim, she was the killer. And, you know, it was who had what weapon. Like, the way that was, I'm like, okay, that's kind of an interesting idea. I don't know why the husband would wear fucking all black, including the mask and fedora. unless he's a big fucking Casablanca fan or loves the 99 Ninja Turtles movie. But like, I don't know why, like, if he's the innocent, why is he decked out like that? It's kind of a cheat. I'm a victim, but I wore black gloves and a trench coat and a hat. I'm like, that's a very suspect. That's a very peculiar attire. But that's what you get for judging a book by its cover, to be fair. I also found it funny that the killer, she just like a judo chop to the back of her head. I like the cop was a big fan of Austin Powers, judo chop, and then some other stuff. Yeah, I won't give everything away. Like I say, it wasn't a bad film. I don't think it was a bad film. I mean, it wasn't for me an eventful film. It's not a film I would see much again or pick up my collection. I would rather just go watch Deep Red. Like I said, it was, perhaps that's the best way to put it. It was a nice taste of what will come, or what will become Deep Red. Because the plot seemed a bit similar. The investigations, I got a bit more into the investigation in Deep Red. I thought that was just more interesting. Again, the death scenes seem more elaborate in Deep Red. Here, you don't see a lot of gore. I was a bit surprised. You don't see a lot of blood and gore in this. I mean, I guess if it's a title you've heard of and you're bored, or you're a big Dario Argento fan, you haven't seen this, sure, it's worth a watch. I mean, again, there's nothing that made me mad about it. Again, it just wasn't as... It's a hell of a lot better than Argento's Dracula movie. But I mean, just, it's okay. It's an alright movie. I really don't know what else to say about it. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.